for 3 years I worked in the pediatric ICU in Los Angeles at Cedars-Sinai. And then I came back as a travel nurse and worked in the PICU at Children's, which I keep thinking you look so familiar. And then life took me to Aurora, where I was an organ recovery nurse for 7 years. Plexus was introduced to me a year prior to when I started taking it by Stephanie McDonald, who's a family friend, and she's under Suzanne. And at that time, as a nurse, I was like, I'm not putting anything in my body I don't know about. This is just a fad, or those other little, quick fix things, whatever. But I was someone who has suffered IBS most of my life. And that's a topic that a lot of people experience, but are kind of too embarrassed to talk about. Well, the nurse and me, I'm not embarrassed, so I'm going to share some stories. First of all, I would sometimes go 2 weeks where I couldn't go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden I would fall into the fetal position in so much pain, like there was a knife going across my colon. You cannot imagine how much pain. Or, and what became to be more common, I would all of a sudden get a stomach attack, and it would be so extreme that sometimes I had no control. Now, in your 30s, you really don't want to be expecting to be in dependence diapers, the next 10 years, but that's where I was. So, who in here knows someone that went to the bathroom on themselves in their wedding dress? Me. Who in here has a male bestie who had to hold the trash can for you to go to the bathroom on a boat? Me. Who in here has ever had to pull over on the side of the road and run into a cow pasture? Me. But what finally made me look into Plexus is I went to Walgreens one day with my mom, and it was like 4 or 5 days before Christmas. And in between walking through the front door and realizing I had to go to the bathroom and making it to the bathroom, and I was in my light blue scrubs from UMS, I just started going to the bathroom by myself, and it kept coming and coming. I was like, oh my God, is this happening? Oh my God. So I went to the bathroom. For once, I didn't have my cell phone with me. It was in the car with my mom, and I'm thinking, I'm either going to walk out of Walgreens without pants or underwear on, or I'm going to walk out of Walgreens with poop all over my bottom and my legs. Someone even came in the bathroom and left and came back in to spray. Someone came in and pacified. It was awful, awful, awful. So I walk out all over me. And I go and I open the car door and I go, Mom, I didn't make it. And I turn around and she just starts crying and laughing and screaming and cussing and like, oh my God, it's happening. So I then started trying to do a little bit of research on Plexus, and I went to my GI doctor to get ready to do my second colonoscopy because he kept thinking I had Crohn's, but he couldn't diagnose me as Crohn's. And so I said, well, I've kind of been thinking about doing this thing. I don't know. And I told him about it, gave him the ingredients, and he's like, you know what? Go for it. What do you have to lose? And I was like, okay. And after the first month, I noticed a huge, huge difference. And I know that Plexus makes claims to not cure, save lives or whatever, but to me, it did. Because I cannot tell you how miserable it is everywhere you go. Every time you go shopping, go to a concert, go to a party. After having 2 babies, what do I do when I have a stomach attack? I don't have time to get 2 kids out of the car seat and make it in the bathroom in time if it's that bad. So I finally have control of my life, and I feel like Plexus did that for me. On top of that, I have noticed a huge change in my anxiety level. With having 2 babies, I always felt like I was just crawling out of my skin. I'm now patient, let me get calm with my children. As an organ recovery nurse, a lot of times I would leave my house at 6 in the morning, and I'm not home till 11 o'clock the next morning. And so it helped me with my energy and staying focused to manage patients properly, be there for my families. There have even been times that we've been in the operating room, and I'll have to tell recovering surgeries, please stop what you're doing. I have to go to the bathroom, and y'all have to wait on me because, and it's just embarrassing, and it's miserable, and it's so uncomfortable. But I find that so many people have these issues, whether it's one end of the spectrum or not. But Plexus is all about gut health. And, I'm currently in school to be a nurse practitioner, and I continue to learn so much about gut health through my school and balanced blood sugar And, I'm able to take that into my Plexus business and help people even more. Used to, when I would eat dinner, I would feel like I had to eat a chocolate cake afterwards, every time I prayed dessert. Now, I will treat myself and have dessert, but after 2 or 3 bites, I'm satisfied. I don't have to eat the whole cake every night. I don't have headaches anymore. I don't seem stressed anymore. It just helps with your overall feeling and happiness and energy. And 2 other things that I wanted to kind of elaborate on that people have said. The husbands. My husband was mad at me when I told him that I joined Plexus and I'm going to start these products. And a year and a half later, he not only went to Vegas with me at convention, but also every Sunday night, I get in trouble if I have not filled up his weekly pill box so that he knows what to take. And then the second thing is the friendships that you make. I too have reconnected with so many people from high school or childhood or college. I've made new friends. In fact, 2 of my new little Plexus besties back there. Us and Stephanie, we went to dinner before coming here, and it was so funny. We all pull out our block before we eat. So we made a post and said, when your Plexus peeps get together for dinner, it turns into a block party. So people knew that the Plexus was in the house. And then it also keeps people in your life that were already special, but God notices times that you need them to be present or to stay by your side. And so, it happens for so many reasons, and whether it's your health or your finances or just relationships. And so for those of you that are thinking about trying Plexus, it's definitely worth a try, because you'll always wonder if you don't try, and you'll always regret not trying. So.